The AcademicEnglishAcademy.com presents Writing Series 1, Video 4, Beginner Narrative Essay. This is the same style of narrative essay that we saw in the last video, but this is more of a beginner essay for some of the people that requested an easier essay because the other video was a little difficult for them. So hopefully this will work out better for people. We're still going to check the same 3 things that we did in the more advanced essay, however, okay? It's following the same type of style and format. So most important is number 1, to have a thesis. Number 2, we will check the tense. And 3, we are checking our word choice, okay? Hi everyone, thank you so much for being with the AcademicEnglishAcademy.com again. This is a narrative essay, just like we saw in the last video in Writing Series 1, but this is a beginner essay, and I hope that the people who requested an easier essay on Facebook will be able to follow this one and understand it better. So here we have an essay, and you can see that I've highlighted some things in yellow and I've numbered them. Those are the areas where we're checking our tense and our word choice. I'll just bring up the keyboard here. Okay, so as I come to each number, I'm going to correct it right as I read along. When I came to America, I only spoke few words of English. Okay, so we're going to change that to a few words of English. Now I have learned more by attending college at America. Okay. This should be in America. And we're starting off with a really good introduction. I know the student is talking about their lack of English skills, and now they've begun learning more English. I have had some confusing moments because of trouble communicating. So now our focus is narrowing a bit, and we're going to talk about how this student has had some confusing times in America. I'm just going to fix this here because, I have had some confusing moments because I have had trouble communicating. One moment became a very funny memory that I will always remember. So now I understand she's had some trouble communicating, and we have a nice thesis here. One moment became a very funny memory that I will always remember. So I know that this whole essay is going to be about this funny memory. I just had my birthday in America, and my husband got me a very nice surprise. He hired a cleaning woman to clean our apartment for me so that I would not have to do any housework on my birthday. Okay? He scheduled her to come after my class was over. He came to pick up and bring me home. So we have to fix this. This is a common phrase in America. He came to pick me up and bring me home, and then he had class. That's not too bad, but I would rather change that to then he went to class. It's just a bit clearer that way. He said it should take her maybe 2 or 3 hours to clean, and then he would return home and pay her. Okay, very good. So right now I have the introduction, and I have the first part of the memory. Okay, nice and clear. I understand when, it was her birthday, where in America, what, the essay is about is her surprise gift that he gave her. A cleaning woman came to clean the apartment so she wouldn't do housework on her birthday. Okay, so I have all the necessary information that I need to understand the memory, that I can use to understand the thesis statement. Okay, so let's move on here to paragraph 2. Okay, the cleaning woman came over and she very nice. We were speaking little bit while she was cleaning. Okay, so in number 6, there's 2 things to correct, okay? First, I'm going to correct right here. She was very nice. Now remember, this is a past, it's a memory, so all of the verbs are going to be in the past tense, okay? She was very nice. We were speaking a little bit while she was cleaning. Okay, she was very nice. And we were speaking a little bit while she was cleaning. About an hour later, my husband called and asked me how much to pay woman. Okay, so let's take a look here at number 7. About an hour later, my husband, I need this to be called in the past tense instead of call because okay. My husband called and asked me how much to pay woman. Okay, this needs to be to pay the woman. And let's correct that. Okay, how much to pay the woman. I tried to ask her myself, but she did not understand. So remember, when we have, this is another important thing I want to point out, when we have the word but, the comma always goes first in front of it, okay? My husband said to me, tell the cleaning woman that I will call her. Okay, so now we know that this is where the misunderstanding comes in. She's trying to speak to the cleaning woman, but she does not understand her. Okay, so her husband is going to call her. Now, before we start this next paragraph, I want to point out a couple of things. That's why I have 2 asterisk signs there. Okay, now in that paragraph, what we see some marks. These marks are called quotation marks. Okay? They are used to show that someone is speaking. When someone is speaking, it is called dialogue. So in this paragraph, there's going to be some dialogue. There's going to be some speaking. So it's going to look different than the other paragraphs. Okay, let's go back to our paragraph here. I say to the woman, okay, we need to correct that, okay, because say is present tense and it needs to be in the past tense. So I said to the woman, my husband is going to kill you. Now, that is going to be the end of that sentence, and I'm going to start the new sentence down here. The woman said to me, what did you say? And number 10, I say again. Okay, that needs to be I said again, because this is the past tense. Okay. And let's have this start a new line. I said again, my husband is going to kill you. She looked very surprised and then said, are you threatening me? So we want to make that start a new line also because it's a new dialogue. And one reason that we do this is so that you can understand each line as a different speaker. She looked very surprised and then said, "Are you threatening me?" Okay, the end of that sentence, the end of that speaking, so we're going to, again, move the sentence down. I didn't really understand what she was saying, but I said yes anyway. And I think that was a good spot for an exclamation point. She was remembering something with a lot of feeling, so we can use an exclamation point. Excuse me. Then I pointed to my phone. I said, "On your phone. My husband is going to kill you on your phone." Okay. Now that's all the same speaker, so we can leave it like that, okay? The woman started laughing very hard. She said, "You mean call, not kill." Okay. And let's take a look at number 11 here. Then she was very help me. Okay, this needs to be corrected for grammar. Then she was very helpful. Excuse me. Okay, because she wrote the words down for me, and when I could read them, I understood that call and kill, very different meaning, but sound is not so different. Okay, so this person is just missing some vocabulary in English. So I'm going to change this to be a little more clear, okay? I understood that call and kill have very different meanings with an S because it's two words, okay? But sound is not so different. But I'm actually going to take all of this off. But they have very similar, similar sounds. Okay, so that meaning of not so different, we use the word similar, okay? So I understood that call and kill have very different meanings, but they have very similar sounds. Okay. I say sorry many times and we laughed about it. Now, instead of say, again, we need the word said. Okay, so let's delete number 13 here and type in the word said. I said sorry many times and we laughed about it. My husband called the cleaning woman and paid her when he returned home. Okay, we just need to add ed here because we need it to be returned in the past tense. This will be a memory that I will always keep with me, and maybe in future, number 15 here, we need in the future. And maybe in the future, I can share it with other students learning English so they will not feel bad to make mistakes. Okay, we're just going to change this. Number 16, instead of to make mistakes, they will not feel bad when they make mistakes. Okay, so we have the dialogue here, the situation that happened, okay, and then from there, she really explained what happened. exact words that she spoke with the cleaning woman. And usually people don't write dialogue in a narrative essay, but this fits in really well, so I didn't want to change that, okay? Especially because she kind of understood how to use dialogue and quotation marks, so I wanted to encourage that skill. How the problem was resolved, okay? And now the conclusion is really nice, okay? She said sorry many times, and they laughed about it. Her husband returned home, paid the woman. This will be a memory that she will always keep with her. And then she also put in about the future. Maybe she can use it to help other students so they don't feel bad when they make mistakes. So I hope this helped some of the beginner learners who are following our website. And just as always, if you're interested in enrolling in classes, the enrollment form is up at academicenglishacademy.com. Fill it out. You can write a narrative essay yourself and email it to Louise and I, and we can look at it for you. Okay, thank you so much, and happy writing.